rest. You have more scriptures?
Yeah, I want to actually expound a bit. As I just read Jeremiah 28:8, and it was expounded on pestilence.
Yeah.
You know, how the Lord, with his prophets, spoke about it against many great kingdoms and whatnot. So right quick, Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 21, it says, "For thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, how much more when I send my 4 sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence to cut off of it man and beast." You know, and Jerusalem is a people before its place. These people on this sign here, so-called Negro, Latino, the Native and Seminole Indians. All right. So the Lord is planning, and in the moment we're going to grab that Zephaniah 3:8 to destroy 2/3 of these people that refuse to hearken unto the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, they rather do what they want to do. As I brought out yesterday, our people hate discipline, and discipline goes back to chastisement and punishment. All right, our people as a whole hates discipline. You know, to be under orders, they want to do what they want to do, and so the Lord is going to do 4 sword judgments.
Yeah, even from time, and even like we have that, like we try to like get rid of that like spirit from time to time and all that. All right, because that truth like it puts like a manly spirit. All right, because it also says like knowledge puffeth love. All right, but
14 to 21. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination," which when you go back into that word, means when his motive and his intent, when he's determined, like the word is, determined to do, not our words, but the Lord's words. He says, "For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation," which is his righteous anger, "even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy."
yeah, that's another thing, because as far as like our people and all that, we have the main like all the 2/3 and all that, they're either like zealots or zealots. Like those are people that actually or you even have some Hebrew Israelites. Those are the ones that want to grab weapons, or that want to have some sort of it's like armed revolution or something like that. All right, but that's that's against the scriptures. All right, and you also have people, all right, on the other side of the spectrum, all right, that want to infiltrate like in the system and all that. All right, the funny thing is like back in the ancient world, like when all those factions were going on, like those sellout like Israelites, like a lot of those zealots and everything would like put those like sellouts to death basically. Or they would be like in a crowd, or like they would just like sneak up on the guy, like just like stab him or whatever. All right, and then like pretend to like come to his aid and shit like that. All right, but like both of those like factions are just like wicked and all that. All right, but that's the thing that just like baffles a lot of people. All right, because because like we're against like both like coming up against like the system before we get that spiritual power. All right, because that is going to be part of it is going to be like part of what we do at some point. All right, but the Lord said to wait. All right, and also as far as like infiltrating the system, or they'll probably be like so I know you have your own doctrine. All right, why don't you just, there'd be someone who always say like, why don't you just like play it cool? All right, go to Bible school. All right, get a certification. All right, and then get a position of authority. All right, I think I said this before. I could even picture, all right, especially like the women of our people, like are saying something like why don't you why don't you like infiltrate the Roman Catholic Church since it's the most powerful church, all right, and like one day become Pope, all right, and then make gradual small changes, all right, at a certain point. All right, but that's not on the agenda of the Heavenly Father. All right, doing what we do the way we do it, all right, that's, all right, we're not here to, we don't make any compromises with like what we teach.
We did infiltrate the churches with Septimius Severus,
Yeah.
the Romans. We had infiltrated the Romans.
Oh yeah.
We had infiltrated.
Yeah,
It didn't work out. Constantine.
Yeah, it's not like
Ain't worked
that.
out.
Septimius Severus he wasn't even like sloppy about it either. Like, he was pretty efficient. All right, but you know, like this is the only way. Like the prophecy says that the saints will take the kingdom forever and ever. All right, that means because like if we do this thing like carnally, like we'll always I even had so I used to be part of something called like the Revolutionary Communist Party. All right, and they believed in like armed revolution and things like that. All right, and they even said that all right, and even all right, because like they pretty much like have no hope. All right, because I remember like one time, like I was like it's like what are we gonna do if the chairman of the Revolutionary Communist Party dies? All right, and then like he just started like bugging out. He was like, man, that would be a very bad thing. All right, because you know he's the only one all right, because the scriptures say like smite the shepherd, and this yeah, even Gamaliel said that. All right, because like the remember one he was either he might have been like the leader was like put to death and they all like dispersed. All right, but since this thing is of the Lord, then it can't be like overtaken. All right, but yeah, what they were saying was you know, like even like if they were able to like obtain like leadership, all right, then it would be like the same cycle. All right, because you know of how like someone else is in power, but you know, or that would mean that like all the forces against them would be forced like underground, and then they'd be constantly like plotting and everything like that. You know, but in the kingdom, do you have any are there any like Edomite slavery signs like that? Like there's no yeah, suck it. All right, you pop. Or even the other sign. All right, there's no or you know he's not gonna be able to like or just like sneak up and try to like tackle him while he's in that position. All right, that's not gonna happen. All right, that that's going to be there's going to be an everlasting and it says it right here. All right, Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and shall possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right. So, you know that's going to be. All right, this kingdom is going to be an everlasting rulership. All right, which means like all right, that's why I always say like this truth is or when you like look around like in the world and people like prospering, all right, it just doesn't cut it. All right, you always got to remember that when like Satan tries to like entice you to like go into the world, or you might see or you might like see a 2/3 like or you know like he might have like the haircut and the crisp lineup and all that, or and you see all the women he gets like every weekend and all that. All right, but I just realized that it's not worth it. All right, because you know those women that he's with, like they're not, or they might be bad, but they're not virgins. All right, you know he still has to like answer to Satan and Esau and play ball basically. All right, because you know another thing like I realized is that or you know like you can't be you pretty much like can't be like lukewarm with like Satan either. You got these people like one example is or you know like the I think his name was like Chester, like that singer in Linkin Park that was gonna expose like a pedophile ring. Like he's prominent like in the music industry. You know he was collaborating with like Jay-Z and all that. So like you know, and he was like in like the upper like echelon of like the genre of music he was dealing with. All right, so he was like up there, but like he was right, there was like one little aspect of Satan's program that he had a problem with. All right. Another example is like Colin Kaepernick. Or like he if you're an athlete, basically like you're they just see you as like some sort of like grunt. You know, like that's why like even like O.J. Simpson, like he had to pretty much people like O.J. Simpson and like Michael Jordan and all that, they pretty much like have to forsake their people, all right, and like bow down to Satan to get what they need to get to that corruptible crown. All right, so even like Colin Kaepernick, or
who? Oh, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Oh, the dude from the 49ers.
Yeah, he's talking about like that he
Yeah.
wants to be in the NFL.
Huh.
All right, but at the same time, like he wants to like all right, just come up against like this and that, like overstepping like boundaries. Even like how like Malcolm X, like what he said about the assassination of
JFK.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, and then Elijah Muhammad, he was like, oh no, you cannot say that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but there's certain like even like it's kind of like even like when you're in the truth, and then like you get offended with 12-year-old girls are eligible for like marriage. Just talking about, oh, I can't deal with that. All right, it's the same thing with like Satan. Like if you ruffle, that's the wrong place to like ruffle feathers. If you want to ruffle feathers, you got to be in like even if you're in this protective hedge, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that because even if like you get put to death as a martyr, that's a righteous thing. All right, but not many people can even like handle that.
Mind if I grab some real quick?
All right.
Well, you just talked about death. This is 2 Esdras 15:10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before." So you notice it's talking about spiritual Egypt, this Egypt that we're in now, which when you go to the Exodus 20:2, it tells you that Egypt is bondage. That's the parable or the mystery about that word, that Egypt literally means bondage.
Oh, and there's also that's why like the Lord has us like keep like the Passover, right? Because also with like Egypt there was right, and that Passover and that deliverance, right? There's it's also like a cutoff point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for all right, because it's gonna be like 2/3 of our people aren't gonna have that spiritual blood on their doorpost. All right, because YAHAWAH, he was also that Passover lamb. All right, but he was only that Passover lamb on this go around, all right, for the elect.
Keep going. It says Egypt he said, "I will bring them out with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail, through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." And so is much death and destruction coming to this place. But right now, you people have liberty. You people got liberty, so y'all don't feel the need to want to seek the Lord. If you don't mind, right quick, when our brothers might grab it like Ecclesiastes 8:11, and you can speak on it, you can get it back right quick.
Right there.
Whoever get it first.
Definition of plague.
All right, you can bring that out.
Just the definition of plague:
Ecclesiastes 8:11.
affliction, calamity, evil, scourge, malignant disease.
And when you think back to ancient Egypt, what the Lord sent upon Pharaoh, all those things, different frogs and insects and shit like that, different plagues. He smitten the firstborn of not only the men but the beasts as well.
Oh, and it was always like gradual, just like one by one. What do they call that? Like an algorithm?
Yeah, building up
Yeah.
the suspense, so to speak.
Yeah, or like even like show you that like in or like, just like certain movies, like either when when either like it could be the protagonist or the antagonist. It's just like a process of like fucked up shit like they do to the adversary.
Yeah, or lead up to that final scene, that
yeah.
final, you know, judgment.